Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 of season 2 of Adulteen. Today, my special guest is
Endya Gillard.
What's up, Endya? So, tell them a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I attend Xavier University. I'm a mass comm major. And I just have been invited to be on this podcast, something I'm not familiar with, but me and Zoe have had a podcast together. It's called Women to Women. You guys should check that out too. So I'm really just excited to be here, and she's an amazing host, so I am super excited.
Yes, definitely, guys. Me and Endya do have a podcast called Women to Women together. It's great. We did like 2 episodes, but we may or may not bring it back, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, check that out, and I'll put links for you guys to check it out. But today, we are going to discuss what has been heavy on Endya's mind.
Right.
Really, is about basically Disney's representation of black women.
Yes, that has been on my mind ever since they released the Little Mermaid trailer.
Oh, yeah.
My blood has just been boiling.
We're going to get into it.
Okay.
We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. So first, I guess I want to talk about how Disney has, I guess, impacted us as we grew up.
I would say for me personally, and probably every other young black girl out there, I would say that honestly, every princess that we ever known up until probably 2012 when Princess Tiana came out. We've only known white princesses, Hispanic princess. We never knew.
Not even Hispanic yet.
Yeah, but who was Jasmine?
Jasmine, but she wasn't Hispanic. She wasn't from
black.
the Middle East.
Yeah, she wasn't black. But we never had a princess of our own, and the princess that we did have, she was a frog.
Yeah,
95% of the movies. So
it was definitely odd, to circle back, when I first, thought about princesses, and I grew up, and of course I had the little princess blankets, and they were all white faces, and at the time, because I was so young, I didn't think about it, but I knew that I wanted to see, representation of princesses that looked like me. And I could tell just by the dolls I played with. I was a Bratz girl. Yeah. Always Bratz. I was never a Barbie girl. And the most, my favorite brat was Yasmin. Oh, because Yasmin looked like me.
Did.
And so I was like, okay, well, if I, put these pieces together now that I'm older, I'm like, whoa, representation matters.
That's what I'm saying. And now that, Little Mermaid has come out, the media has just basically shut down, and she literally got over 1 million dislikes. Yeah. Or what?
So basically, guys, to clarify, if you didn't know, the new Little Mermaid movie is coming soon, and it's a live action, and the Little Mermaid is going to be Chloe Bailey. Not Chloe Bailey. Oh, Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey. Yes, I don't want to butcher that. But basically, it's getting mixed reviews because she's black. And she also has locks. And, on TikTok, we're seeing a lot of little black girls are so excited, as they should be, to see, a little mermaid that looks like them. When, on the other hand, there is backlash from white people on social media, and they're saying that that's not, how they imagined it to be, and, but the controversy is really... it's really interesting because you would think, oh, now that we're in this age, that we wouldn't have to see things like this, or it shouldn't be, a controversy at all. But it really goes to show that, racism still lives on. It's not like it's going to change.
And, a lot of people are they're saying that, oh, well, how can you go from Ariel being white to now Ariel being black? And it's just why not? Because she should have been black in the first place if you look at the location of the ocean. It's surrounded by black countries. Oh, she should have been black in the first place. So.
And as much as they were pushing black slaves in those ocean, in that ocean, what do you think?
Are you surprised? Are you surprised?
Right. What do you think? So I think it definitely started... I started to realize, I guess, this trend, because at first Disney had to prove themselves that, okay, we're going to give you better representation, because they had a bad start.
They did.
And I remember this specifically from, in High School Musical, the black actress. Her name's Taylor, right?
I think.
Is it Taylor?
She was the only black girl, but yeah.
She was the only black girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I remember that she went, I think she went on the news or an interview, and she said that while she was on set, she had issues having her hair done correctly. And that's why she was always known for her headband, because they did not know how to do her hair right.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm honestly not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm really not, because you do need a black hairstylist to do black hair.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. And it was just like, wow, like, what does that mean for, like, does that mean that we're just, you know, we don't deserve to be styled?
What I'm saying. I really think that a lot of people are ignorant when it comes to other races that aren't white, because a lot of people don't understand the maintenance that it takes for black hair.
Mm-hmm.
To be a black woman in general, is like you have to go the extra mile. Like we're not basic.
Right.
Like,
right.
We're not. So I really think Disney did have to prove themselves. Honestly, just with, I think the whole Ariel thing, they're proving themselves with the whole Princess Tiana thing, because a lot of people were upset that she was a frog 95% of the movie. Like we never really got our black princess.
Right.
And I think Ariel was a perfect princess to remake, because we didn't want Cinderella. We didn't want her to be a maid. Like we didn't like
but
that. That would be ridiculous.
But I mean, Princess Tiana was a hardworking girl, and
she was,
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, what other princess was really like hardworking besides Cinderella?
Snow White.
No. Snow White was not hardworking. She had the dwarves do the work for her.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
no.
That's a good point.
I think that it was, I don't know, it was kind of just bad on her part, because not only was she having to work for what she needed, because as a princess, if we think about it historically, princesses are born into wealth.
Right.
And so they shouldn't have to work for, you know, what they want. But of course, it has to be the black girl, and she has to be to work her way up. And
for her restaurant.
Right, for her restaurant, right. And then just for her to be a frog.
Exactly. And did you know that they had this guy, this is back to the Ariel thing, it just popped in my head. He was an Asian guy, and he did like blackface and was like reenacting the little black girl's blind reaction to the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah, but social media handled him, canceled him. He was in law school. That's dead. Yeah, because he was like, he had blackface, he had an Ariel wig on. He was like, Mom, look, she looks like me. Like, why does it have to be like that?
Right.
At the end of the day, it's a princess movie.
Right.
Y'all have white Ariel.
Right.
Why not have a black Ariel?
They don't allow us to have our.
That's what I'm saying. Like they get so mad. Like why? Like I don't understand. Then like every like Disney movie, like you know, like there's always the black girl who's very aggressive and very like. It's just that stereotype. It drives me insane.
Yes, definitely. When we see it in just Disney shows, like, remember Good Luck Charlie?
Yeah.
And how Teddy had her sassy black friend. I don't even remember her name.
Me either.
But she was the sassy black friend, and she was a girl that didn't take no mess. And same thing with with their neighbor, Miss Dabney, I think.
Yeah, they were
she
always
was
aggressive,
also like,
always like encouraging to fight. Like they were very. Why can't we just be?
Why can't we be normal?
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like, why do you have to, like, portray us as, like, the angry black woman?
Literally. It's
why?
always a stereotype, and a lot of the times it's so subtle that it'll just slip over our mind.
Because we didn't pay attention to it when we were kids. We were just like, oh, yeah, she's funny. Like,
literally over our head. And so just thinking about that just makes me feel a type of way.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, dang, I loved Disney. I love Disney.
Yeah, literally my sister, she has two little girls, and they have like these baby like alive dolls. And she went to the store to get one, and she was like, no, I think they have a black one. This is probably so superficial, but she had to dig for the black doll, and the black doll was not in great packaging. She didn't have a clear screen. She was like, I don't know if I'm tripping, but why is she in the back, and why does she not have packaging? Like, it's the little things, like the very little things.
Because it's crazy, because it really starts there. It really starts from the TV screen.
Right.
And it rolls over.
We just got black dolls. Literally.
Right. I feel like it was difficult to even have, I guess, accurate looking black dolls even, because I remember that sometimes, again, the Baby Alive, or they'll have the little Cabbage Patch Kids, but the black babies would not look
They would not.
They wouldn't look, I guess, as realistic as
No.
the white ones would.
Barbie was the Barbie dolls were not realistic.
Barbie didn't come out with a black Barbie until when?
I think it was like 2014.
Maybe that, or like 1990 something.
I've never seen a black Barbie until like this day and age. Like when we were kids,
Yeah.
I didn't have a black Barbie. Did you have a black Barbie?
No, I never.
Okay.
Well, I never did Barbies anyway. I was always Bratz. But even then, like when I go to my friend's house, whatever, they never had like a Barbie. If it was a Barbie, it was never black.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally the point we're trying to get across. Like, why is it so hard to get black representation with children? Like,
Exactly,
why?
they're
Like,
kids.
I think the only doll was American Girl doll, where you can customize it. And
But
make it
even then,
yourself.
I remember the American Girl doll was a slave.
Really?
Yeah, her story was she was a freed slave.
She did have that. She was wearing that blue dress. Okay, I think we got our point across.
Yeah, yeah.
We just can't win.
Yeah,
can't
I guess
win.
not. But maybe Disney is trying to recreate or reshape,
Redeem
themselves. Yeah,
for sure.
and I think what, I feel like a good example of decent black representation when it comes to women was China Anne McClain.
I think I have no complaint. She was smart.
Mm-hmm.
She was brilliant. She was beating out all those white kids just by her brain. She could do everything. So I agree. Like, that was probably the only one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only one.
Because I really can't think of something.
Or Doc McStuffins.
Oh,
She
but
was
you
a
know
doctor.
how recent that had to be.
Yeah, that was like 16. That
Yeah.
was like, yeah. But those two are the only ones.
Yeah.
I don't
2015.
know. But it took us long enough.
Yes.
But yeah, China Anne McClain, like, she was that girl.
She was.
She's a
She
great
really was.
representation. She was.
She really was. And I just wonder, like, what set her apart? Or,
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. Honestly, like, her hair looked good.
Right.
Like, she had
Her hair was
like,
good. But you know that first, before she was on Disney, she was working closely with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Because she was on House of Pain.
Oh, that was her first
Yes.
thing.
So maybe she had her own stylists.
I don't know.
And
She
by then she
made
probably
it up.
had her own,
Yeah.
stuff. But, I think that's what set her apart. But let's say that she did have her own stylist.
Exactly.
Then that's not fair.
It's not. That's still not Disney. That's her. That's her
Yeah.
brand. That's herself.
Her brand.
Exactly.
Her brand.
Yeah.
Or now, another example, like when we think of the Queen of Disney during our era, we think of Raven Simone,
Exactly.
right? And she was gorgeous. And she still is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, her hair was always laid. Her outfit, she had the best outfits on Disney, hands
Yeah.
down.
She ran Disney, and now she's just gone.
Literally. And people wonder why was she just kind of up and left? Because, when Cheetah Girls 3 came out, she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh?
Exactly.
And then they stopped That's a Raven, and, so I heard that apparently she had issues with Disney because Disney was telling her that she was getting too fat.
Really?
Yes.
I never heard that.
Yeah. I heard it.
It's kind of believable because she did just kind of up and leave. Like,
Yeah.
it was so
It was
abrupt, and she
abrupt,
literally
yeah.
ran Disney, like, for our whole childhood.
Literally. And
That
it's
is
like,
so
wow,
crazy.
because of course they would police the one black girl about her weight.
She
And
did get bigger.
she did get big, but she wasn't even big.
She wasn't, but I did see her getting bigger, but I didn't even put two and two together. Like, that is so crazy.
And then it's like, do kids even care about that? Like, do they?
I think we do because she was our girl.
Right, or like we do, or kids care because their parents care.
I don't know.
Because it's like if nobody said anything, nobody would care.
'Cause I didn't know that. I wonder, like, what happened to her.
I think I found this from like some YouTube. You know how YouTubers do like this
Conspiracy
investigation.
stuff. Yeah.
No, I think I think it makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense. And I wonder if she had to, like, if she was kind of struggling with her weight anyway, like her self-esteem and her.
But as, like, a woman, like, as you get older, you naturally just, your body changes.
Right, that is true.
So why
That
is
is
that
true.
like, I understand she's a children's actor, like, she performs for children, but as, like, your humanity, she's gonna
Right.
change. Like, I don't.
Right, and I feel like maybe it could be because I guess they don't want children to start thinking about them potentially aging or.
That's crazy because the Good Luck Charlie, when you had said her friend, she was bigger.
She was. She was.
What's the issue?
I think, well, Good Luck Charlie came out more recently than That's What
Right,
Raven did.
that is true.
So it could
people would've
be
noticed her
different
weight gain.
producers or different, executives,
Right.
and they had different, ideas.
Right,
But
and another it's a black family, Casey Undercover.
yes.
That
Okay.
that whole family like dynamic makes no sense.
Really?
No.
Explain it to me, because I only saw bits and pieces, and to be honest with you, I didn't care for it.
Really?
I did not care for it.
I binge watched the whole thing during COVID.
And then I did not honestly, I really wasn't a fan of Zendaya as an actress on Disney. I love Zendaya,
Really?
but not an actress on Disney, because a lot of it, I feel like, honestly, ever since Fish Hooks came out, Disney went downhill, and I just stopped
You didn't
watching.
Like Fish Hooks?
It's awful.
It was so funny. it was
I
so
don't
funny.
know, I don't know.
But
I don't know.
no, that whole family dynamic made no sense. Like you had
Really?
you had a black dad,
Mhm.
100%. Then you had I think she was mixed. She was very light skinned.
Mhm.
And then you have Zendaya.
Mhm.
Then you have a 100% black son, and then you
Mhm.
have the black girl who's a robot. The whole
Interesting.
entire show. The whole dynamic didn't make sense. Like I really feel like then Zendaya was a star who's a lighter, she's biracial, lighter color. Like the whole dynamic just didn't make sense. Like
They just
have
threw a bunch of black people together, and
you
it
just
was like,
couldn't
you're a
have
family.
a 100% black family. Like it was just I did not care for that dynamic at all. It made no sense.
Yeah.
It made no sense at all. Like how is Zendaya lighter than her other two like it just didn't make sense at all. Like Disney just needs to.
They might have
needs to
just
do
threw
better.
them together. I mean, well, since you watched the show, I mean, how do you think that they represented Zendaya? Or
I think they represented Zendaya as like a superwoman. Like she was she wasn't the only person in her family that fought crime or trouble. Like she was powerful. Like me watching the show, I can honestly say like Zendaya was portrayed as a powerful superhero. Like the black girl, her sibling who was a robot, like she was very witty. They did portray them very well. They did. But Zendaya was definitely the star, obviously. But it was like they picked all the black actors that they could
just
find
and
just
root them together.
Right.
And it could be a reason why Zendaya had such good representation on the show. Could be because she was biracial.
Yeah.
Because she was lighter.
Yeah, children visually like to see, like, because we're in white America, like, and everything you see is pretty much white, but she could play both sides. Like, I could be like, oh, well, she kind of looks like me. A white person would be like, no, she's my color. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like Disney definitely played it safe, but they just need to do better with the whole dynamic.
She was definitely more palatable.
Yeah.
Because her role from Shake It Up was completely different than Casey Undercover. Because her name was Rocky on the show, and she was a sidekick. Really, I always thought she was a sidekick because at that time I was still going through my coon phase.
Oh, I got you.
Whoever was the white one
Exactly.
usually would have been my favorite. But in this situation, I guess with Shake It Up, Bella Thorne was my favorite because I liked her personality better. I thought she was just more edgy. Like, she would just, go out and do stuff, even though she was a little slow. But then, like, Rocky was, the practical one, but, she wasn't as outgoing.
Right.
And so I just thought that, she's kind of lame.
Right, and I think Bella was, right. Like, I think Bella was made to be the star. Like, I don't think they wanted Zendaya to be the star, but honestly, I can say that Zendaya's roles, they didn't portray her as the evil, the villain in any of her roles. None of them.
They didn't.
Like, they didn't. Like,
And I think, and I think that, I think they underestimated her potential.
Really?
I think that's why they gave her Casey Undercover, because she wasn't really able to shine.
And Shake It Up.
Yeah,
Shake It Up I think that was her first Disney gig.
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah. So Casey Undercover was really her show, and she ate it up. I can't even lie. Yeah. Zendaya definitely got a pass. She definitely was like she had the 1A type hair. Like, it's easy to do her hair.
But it's crazy because even Zendaya was getting controversy about her hair and her hairstyle. Remember one time, I remember she was on the red carpet, and when she debuted her locks, and that was a big controversy, and it was like, we're back to the same theme where Disney actresses, especially black women, are struggling to, exhibit their own, blackness,
Right.
or be confident in their blackness or their bodies, and
Exactly.
and it's like, what can they do now? And
Right.
Disney is like, I guess they're trying to cover their butts.
Yeah, they definitely are. But Disney overall, they just need to do better. Like, just representing, I can't really say black male actresses. Actors, 'cause I really haven't.
Yeah.
But
And that's another video. We'll talk about men later.
yeah, it's woman time.
It's
But
woman time.
like female actresses, Disney, I see you're trying, and I appreciate it. Thank you for
Yeah.
Ariel. We
Yeah.
love her. We will cherish
We do.
her and
We
her
do.
locks. We will cherish all of that. But
Definitely.
Disney, we need more.
We got to do
need
better.
more.
We got to do
do.
better.
Yeah.
More different, weight sizes. We
Exactly.
need different races. We need more diasporas.
Diversity.
We need diversity, and not diversity by just checking off one little box.
Right,
And
like Disney,
no.
I would like to see y'all give us our Wakanda queen. Like, give us that princess.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want.
I guess we also are waiting for the Black Panther 2 to come out.
We
so
are.
we
That is
shall
true.
see
Exactly.
what kind of heat it's gonna come with.
Yeah, we'll be ready for it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
definitely.
ready. Twitter fingers, we're ready. Like, come with the smoke. We're
Definitely.
ready.
So thank you so much for joining with me, Endya. This was a
Yes,
great
thank
episode.
you for having me. I got everything I needed to off my chest.
Definitely. So, guys, tune in for the next episode 3. So, thanks, guys, for listening, and have a good one.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.